Hey guys, and welcome to the finale, I guess I would call it, of Crash Bandicoot, the insane version, of course. So, last time we beat Nitrous Brio, and now we are going to be tackling probably the worst Color Gem stage for those who have played Crash Bandicoot. One of the worst, but technically for me, this is my worst gem in the entire game. And that is the lab. And I'm going to warn you right now, there will be a lot of cuts between the beginning of the level and the end of the level. And if you pay attention to my lives, you'll see why I cut so much of it out. And I'm actually kind of glad too, because if I kept the original audio in here for all the deaths and stuff, then I would have been a lot angrier and a lot more like cursing at my TV and stuff. So, oh boy. Okay. So, the lab. Let me preface this by saying that I hate everything about this stage. Everything. I hate the level design. I hate the enemy placement, the obstacles, and getting all the boxes in it in and of itself is a pain in the ass for one reason and one reason only. It's not because of the boxes in this narrow hallway. It's not that. It's the bonus room. There is a bonus room which actively puts your skills to the test, and it is one of the worst, and I will show you why that is. And I'll probably show this off in the actual playthrough. Okay. So you see that spring up there? There was a spring box right above us. You have to somehow maneuver your way so you don't crush the box, because there's a box on top of it. So you have to get onto that top spring, and then you spring your way to the box. Which, it may not sound tough, but oh my, it was probably the worst part of recording this. Because I was so, like, close to the end of the game and everything like that. And then it all plummets down when you get to that bonus room. And yeah, I cut massive chunks of the level because there was a lot of deaths. And basically right around here was the spots for checkpoints and stuff. So, yeah, from the that last goo thing death, if you went, like, a little further, then you'd see the guy throwing the beakers and stuff at you. So, you should be lucky that I actually cut these out so you won't have to go through those deaths, and that was just a pain in the ass. Now this right here is basically my no care about anything run, where I was extremely angry at this point. I had mastered a bunch of patterns, I had got past all these enemies, and I'm surprised I actually made it to this point. But this is basically the end of the level right here. So, oh yeah, if you jump over those gel things, when they're bouncing towards you, they won't bounce back, which is cool. So, yeah, stuff like that. It takes some memorization, but as long as you get the patterns down and know which spots to jump in, I think, like, you should be fine. Don't use my video as a guideline. This is just me playing the game. And 31 boxes. Oh boy. And that was missing the bonus room. Yeah, I was pretty upset there. Oh man, I'm so glad I didn't have that audio kept for this level in particular. So, because this was a part in of itself, I decided to make this and the final, like, area, the last two levels, into one part, because I knew that I had to be cutting a lot. I knew that I had to be cutting a lot out of this level right here, and I had to cut out the outro for my normal, like, gem thing. I had to cut out the outro for the second to last part of Crash, and I was kind of bloating right here saying that, this is the hardest jump in the game, But yeah, that was the level we just went through. Literally 2 seconds, and yeah, that was it. So when this is done loading, if we'll get to it, we'll move on. So Dr. Neocortex, which was for me the toughest boss in the game. I do not like this boss at all, and I was hesitant. That was probably one of the things I was most hesitant about when revisiting Crash Bandicoot. But fear not, because thanks to jump cuts and editing, I actually cut out a lot of deaths. So this is basically the perfect run. Yeah, look, I got 10 lives there, and I'm pretty sure that I had more of them. Earlier on, so yeah, this is basically the perfect run of this level. So I lost an Aku Aku there, but it was worth it just to beat the boss, because this boss is not great at all. This is insane. And for warning, that was unintentional. That pun there, I did not mean to make that. No, but this boss is just a nightmare for me, because, well, I never played the older Crash games, as I stated before. So, playing the boss for, the first time, I think I got a game over, if I remember correctly. But, yeah. It was a tough revisit. Alright, last shot. Come on, you yellow-faced prick. There we go. There he is. I just said that. Alright. So, this is the normal ending. There is another ending once you get all the gems, which I will show off. I'll show off in another, thing. But yeah, this is basically the normal ending. And this, it's an ending, it's fine on itself, which, all that, but developed by Vicarious Visions, which, man, you guys made one hell of an improvement on the original Crash Bandicoot. So I want to get my thoughts out of the way before anything, and there's going to be a cut here in a second, but whatever. In terms of Crash 1 by itself, just judging it by itself, I think the game is good, because comparing it to the original, it is a much better improvement. And yes, I did play the original Crash Bandicoot on a friend's PSP, but I won't talk about that right now. But anyway, yeah, they made a lot of improvements when it came to saving and with the boxes and all that kind of stuff. The game looks fantastic. The soundtrack is great. Overall, just a good game. Now, if there's anything that kind of makes me, if there's any criticisms I have, there are some levels that are a pain to get through. The bridge levels, for example, and some of the later levels in the third island. Lights Out and the lab as the two examples. But, yeah. But it's just, yeah, and it's hard to put in words. Yeah, there's some levels, and getting the colored gems is, it is a pain in the ass. It really is. But those are just kind of small things, and for me personally, because I suck, the boss fights, they went from relatively easy to just kick your ass hard. And I know that Crash Bandicoot was a hard game back during the PlayStation era, but yeah. Oh, I guess I won't have to cut here. But overall, Crash Bandicoot is a good game, and if anything, if you really want to try out the original, buy it on the PlayStation Network for PS3, because they have all three of them, the original versions. But anyway, this is but the Insane version is a good game. So anyway, to explain what's happening next, because this is called the finale, but we're actually not done yet. We are now going to go through all the levels. We're going to go through all the color gem stages in order, grab all those. So it'll be color gem, and then the levels where you need that gem, and then vice versa. You'll see what I mean once we get to it. But anyway, we're done for right now. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to take care.